There's a bit of glare, it'll look wonderfully 60s. Out of the station. I started playing on my own, I think 2009. Partly because I was in the middle of a huge court case and I didn't have any money, and partly because it was how the songs that I'd written for the last album, Bang Goes the Knighthood, it had been me in a room with a piano, banging them out, and I'd done very little arrangement until later on in the process, so they were all kind of fully formed as just one man and a piano. And bang goes the knighthood, the wife and career. When you're on your own, you have to try and sort of create the whole edifice, and that can be quite stressful. So I always have to apologize to the audience, you know, for getting things wrong. But they don't seem to mind. In fact, they seem to like it when I get things wrong. I suppose it just shows I'm human, not a god after all. No, it's very satisfying, and you do sort of have more of a conversation with the audience and a connection than when you're sort of with a band. It's like you kind of your tribe versus them, you know. It's a little more adversarial. With this, you've got to have the audience on your side, and you've got to kind of persuade them. So it's good for a performer to do it. And I'm sure even if I get a band back together, you know, in the future, I'll probably do shows like this till I drop dead, because it's interesting and keeps you on your toes. I do try to, you know, give the more orchestral songs a more sort of fulsome feel, but I'm not the best piano player in the world, you know, I don't claim to be. But then no matter how good you get, you always then try to do something harder, and then you cock it up, you know, so you're always trying to sort of challenge yourself and push the boundaries of what your little fingers can achieve. I don't think I'd be able to make a record without any orchestration at all, you know. If someone hears, if someone sees something, I know it's coming. You can't ever get away from the things that, you know, really intensely moved you in the first place. And for me, that was Scott Walker and ELO and ABC and Michael Nyman and a whole raft of classical music, and so that's kind of the palette from which I draw. The consequence. To my knowledge, I've never played in an actual amphitheatre, a real Roman one, before. I don't claim to be an expert at all, but I like my history, and so I get a bit of a buzz out of playing somewhere where they used to sort of, you know, expound Roman poetry and such like, you know. Oh well. The Gauls must have been, you know, livid when they saw that, and thought, you know, here, Vercingetorix, why can't we have one of those?
Merci.